Hey friends, you're watching BrainStorm Acres. I'm Henry.
And I'm Irene.
We've been really busy for the past several months. Mostly I've been seeing Irene because she's been doing some cool stuff.
Mostly just trying to keep my veggies alive and beating the mice into submission. But yeah, it's been crazy busy. We got all kinds of custom projects going in the studio and, behind the scenes and this and that and the other thing. I'll actually be doing another video fairly soon about some of the buttons I'm going to be making, and making some molds for somebody, and getting ready for an event next month.
Yeah, not too far off.
Not too far off, just a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's just there's a lot going on.
And we had Christmas in there.
Yeah, and some chilliness. It was like we were joking about the fact that, some of the people around the United States have just been whining terribly. It's winter, people. People forget that it's winter. And winter is supposed to be cold. In fact, if it's not cold, then it can be very problematic because a lot of times the bug populations are terrible the next year. So I'll take the winter. It was 15 degrees this morning. And it really wasn't that bad because the wind was not blowing. Now, yesterday was 17. But it was twice as cold because the wind chill was terrible.
It was really bad.
Yeah, and it's been damp, so that damp cold makes it, feel twice as bad. Although I don't know where the dampness is coming from because there is no moisture out there. But it feels damp cold in the morning. So yeah, you have a pussycat threatening to jump up on us here.
Because one or the other of the animals do that every single time.
Unless we lock them out. Sometimes we do lock them out. We'll go hide in the bedroom and lock the door so that they can't get in. Rufus is busy chewing on a toy right now, but the cat is threatening his food bowl, so.
That was a really silly thing to do, Cat.
Yeah. It's not like he's starving to death.
But he had a bath today.
He did. He had a bath today, so he's blonder than he's been in a couple of weeks, and
which means we both got really wet.
Yeah.
Well, we took a shower and then we got him in the shower.
What we do is we take a shower. We've got a huge walk-in shower. And we get him in there, get him all clean, and get him all rinsed, and let him loose in the bathroom with a bunch of towels to roll around in while we do another rinse to get the dog fur off of ourselves, and then and then clean up the bathroom. It's a great opportunity once we were done drying the dog to use all those wet towels to wipe down all the entire inside of the bathroom. And we wind up with a clean dog and clean us and a clean bathroom. It's quite a process.
Well, I've had some success on a couple of projects. Well, oops.
That was a dog toy hitting the floor.
Some partial success anyway. The steering wheel puller and the special compressor for removing a piece out of the steering column came in, and now I get to go ahead and take that apart. In the meantime, I finally got the software to work on my laptop computer that allows me to talk to the Range Rover computer systems.
Cool.
And I got that done, which now allows me to continue diagnosing the problem in the Range Rover. The essential problem is that it has air ride suspension on it, and it has to get the airbags in it pumped up so it gets to the right ride height, and it's just not doing that. And it didn't do that because it thought it had moved. Well, it had moved, but that also made it have a code that said, don't do anything until this code has been removed. Well, I got that code removed, and now I get to continue on.
Right, but we have higher priorities than that right now because I need my wax machine that he's been working on, because that event that I want to go to, I need to be able to make some waxes that I can't make on the other machine, at least right now.
And they're really big waxes.
Yeah, they're really big waxes, and given time, we'll probably be able to make it on the other machine. However, I don't want to break anything because it's working on the small waxes right now.
It's working really well.
And I also have a custom order that requires the wax machine he's working on it, because it won't work on the other machine. So If it doesn't work there, then I'm going to have to risk breaking the other machine because I have to get this to cast.
So I started making a bracket for that wax injector.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that on Monday. And that was a bit of a job. It just takes time because you have to figure out where you can put something inside that wax injector. And the disappointing thing is, even though that temperature controller was sold to me as something to replace the old one, it really isn't a replacement because you can't fit it inside that unit.
Mm-hmm.
The wax pot itself is too big. So I had to build an external bracket. I was all ready to go drill 3 holes and be done with it.
Yeah, that's what they said. Well, just have to drill a hole. Well, no, what you have to do is completely rebuild the exterior case, which is, I'm not amused. We will have a conversation with the supplier when we're done with this.
It's one of those things that happens. That wax injector is probably close to 20 years old. And the problem with that is they replaced that model with a, quote, new and improved model. Well,
Yeah.
I think the reason why they're...
It costs as much as a small car.
Yeah, well, they're $500 or $600, and you really don't want to spend that money if you don't need to, especially because we have a much better wax injector that works for all of the small things that Irene cast, which is most of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh well.
Drama.
But I have the screws that will allow me to put that together, and the job tomorrow is to lay out that bracket so that the base of the temperature controller doesn't contact the outer part of the existing case. So I just have to make sure that stays electrically isolated so that I don't create a shock hazard.
Yeah, shock hazards are not a good idea.
No, not good at all. But I now know how I'm going to be doing that, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of other things that are going on. When Irene says next month for the event, that's only a few weeks away.
It's like the 10th of February.
So 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of things to get done. And one of the things I did do today is I got the box truck by a tire shop to have them pull one of the wheels off to check to see if we had a leak in the tire, and we didn't. But in the meantime, I got them to air up all the tires to the right pressures.
Yeah, because just bouncing down the roads around here will eventually get all the tires a little out of whack. And I think I know the place you took it. They're not cheap, but they do know what they're doing.
And they did it, so that was great.
So, yeah.
So we just want to do a quick update about where we are, what's going on, and a little bit about what's going to be coming up in the future. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to put shows out when we're at that event because last year...
We won't have Wi-Fi. I already know we won't have Wi-Fi this year.
Again?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they play this game with us every year. It's not it's not our people that are running it. It's the people who own the company, the location. They always made such a big deal out of the fact that this place had great Wi-Fi, but then it's always under construction, being repaired, this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 when we're there. And I think they just don't want us to use it, and it's possible that they want to charge us, and we can't afford that too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, but we have very, very good cell service there. So you don't need the Wi-Fi if you have the good cell service. It's just that you're not going to be, streaming a bunch of stuff. See, last year the weather was so crappy we didn't even do anything in the evenings. But usually what we do at events is I have a iPad Pro that we could watch YouTube videos on and stuff like that in the evening, just to stay up with what's going on, check the weather forecast, that sort of stuff, and have a little downtime, because people are like, you should go to a party. And I'm like, no, I've been talking to people and smiling and being nice to people that I really wanted to hit in the head with a frying pan all day. So
for at least 10 hours out of the day.
Yeah. So by the time, and sometimes teaching, so by the time after dinner comes and people go away and you close your shop, it's like, it's time for some peace and quiet. Like talking to one another. Sometimes you even just stop doing that for a few minutes before you're ready to have a conversation again. It's like, yeah, I've talked to people all day.
Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications because we're going to be doing a lot more stuff.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I've got a few cool projects, actually, that I want to get done this winter before we really get into the spring-summer season. And we've been doing more freeze-drying and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Mostly, I've been spending some time when I'm not working on all of the other projects, going through boxes that we managed to appear from all over the place.
Right, and we still have more boxes in storage, but it's been kind of entertaining to find. You're like, oh, good, look, cable bills that are 20 years old. I think we can throw those away.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Hey, don't forget to brainstorm.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.